come in, sir?
Please come.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome, Ira.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. Please take a chair.
Thank you.
Ira, you come from Delhi?
Yes, sir.
Very good. There was another Ira who topped the list and black good color. You know about her?
Yes, sir.
Good. Please introduce yourself briefly.
So my name is IRA JORWAL. I've completed my graduation from Miranda House, University of Delhi, and my post-graduation from Jawaharlal Nehru University.
Okay. Please.
Post-graduation in political
Yes,
science.
sir.
Okay. Ira, yes, you have interest in India's contemporary world view.
Yes, sir.
Which ones? How? Like, which sectors you have covered?
Sir, it is mostly related to the international affairs and how India
Yeah,
is,
which
yes.
international affairs?
So
Generally,
So
generic.
yes, sir, in general, how India is responding to things and what do we think about
Okay,
affairs
we
in
will
general.
come to that later. Your father is AD in LIC. LIC.
No, sir. My mother is in LIC.
Huh.
My father is an AD in Ministry of Information and Broadcasting.
Information.
Yes.
Mother is in LIC. So let us talk about LIC. If you are aware, LIC is flush with heavy reserve fund and also heavy real estate. So it comes at savior of the government on situations when there is financial problem like NPAs or like rescuing some PSU. What is your view, like how, because, and then also at the cost of its own financial health sometimes. There was news also in between that LIC was getting affected.
Sir, I remember I've read some news, but I'm not sure.
You are
I'm
not
able to
particularly
answer that.
aware of this because this is one sector in finance which perhaps you may be exposed to because of one of your parents. Yeah, so you can look into it. Now tell us about Trump, like his decisions, like you must be aware.
Yes, sir.
Which are their good, like pluses and minuses for India in the first place?
Sir, I think the one positive thing is that any dispensation in the USA, I think they are willing to engage with India. So be it the Trump administration or the Biden administration, that is a plus point also because in the previous Trump India
Do you
and
think
USA
Biden administration was good for India?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the Bangladesh problem was created with active involvement of US?
Sir, I have come across some media reports like that, but I don't have any solid evidence back.
For these issues, there is no solid evidence. No,
Yes, sir.
there is undercurrent. They work that way. But anyways, now please tell specifics. What good India will achieve through Trump's administration?
Sir, one is I think India can benefit with respect to the Chinese aggression, both on the borders and in the South China Sea.
Is there any guarantee given by the US?
No, sir.
Then how do you presume?
Sir, most of the things that are being talked about how Trump administration would help are mostly assumptions because it is yet to unfold.
Okay, so that is one. Any other thing that you can guess?
Sir, India and US are also expected to have more engagement in terms of security and defense partnerships.
Okay. Recently, some nuclear deal has, like earlier, no, long pending, that has been signed, and they have removed restriction from which companies of India for uranium,
I'm not aware of
nuclear power.
Sir, I'm not aware of it.
You are not aware. Okay, and what are the negatives of Trump administration for India?
Sir, some negatives that are being highlighted are in terms of trade barriers because Trump has talked of reciprocal trade tariffs and also immigration related policies. But again, these are mostly assumptions.
On climate change, finance and all?
Yes, sir, even that because Trump administration is trying to withdraw from international obligations in terms of the recent their withdrawal from World Health Organization as well as the Paris Climate Deal.
So what will be the effect of US withdrawal from WHO on India?
Sir, I think because Trump has also said that they want to provide some alternative countries or partners that can take up their space there. So it can be a positive for India as well because we might get more say there. And it can be a negative in terms of lack of investment or finances coming from US.
Now tell us this Israel-Hamas agreement.
Yes.
Now there is a long drawn provision made. Now is it going to solve the problem there? Because other parties here, like Houthis and Hezbollah, they are still involved actively.
Yes, sir.
So what is going to happen there?
Sir, I believe that because a peace deal has been concluded, so that is a positive sign, first of all.
That is
And
strictly
also-
between Israel and Hamas, not other
Yes,
parties.
sir. Sir, but even then, I think because Iran and other players that are involved, they might also have had some say in.
Okay, all right, yeah, thank you.
You've mentioned very interestingly that you like self-reflective journaling.
Yes.
And what is that?
Sir, it is jotting down whatever I feel like writing in terms of what I have felt on that day, or if I want to reflect
So that's
on my
reflective
emotions.
journaling. That's what everyone says.
Yes.
So why is self added to it?
Sir, I was aware of the term as self-reflective, so I wrote it as that. No particular reason for that, sir.
So you come from Sarojini Nagar of New Delhi. You live in a...
Sir, Sarojini Nagar is nearby. We are residing in INA government quarters. Lakshmi
Okay,
Mandir.
okay. What's the difference between election of President of India and Vice President of India?
Sir, the president is elected by a different electoral college than the vice president. Sir, I'm not able to recall the facts exactly, but as of now, what I recollect is that the vice president requires only the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha voting, while the president also involves the state MLAs in the electoral college.
What else?
Sir, I can make a guess about the number of electors and seconders required. That may be less in the vice presidential elections.
No, there is a prominent difference. One more prominent difference.
Sir, I cannot think of it right.
All right. One nation, one election.
Yes, sir.
What is the 129th Amendment all about? Amendment bill.
Sir, I'm not aware of the 129th Amendment bill.
That's about one nation, one election. I've
Okay,
given
sir.
you the hint.
Sir, it is about streamlining the election process of the country and having the elections in a span of, I think it is 100 days of span, and fixing the national elections and the state legislative assembly elections in the first phase, followed by the local elections.
You are a political science expert.
Not an expert, sir.
So this answer will not do.
Okay, sir.
And you said that it is streamlining the election. That means you wholeheartedly approve of it.
Sir, you asked about the bill, so I was just stating the objectives of the bill.
And what is the objective of the bill? Okay, let's hear that.
Sir, I haven't read the bill, but this is what I've read through the media reports.
All right. How many states and UTs are there in India?
So there are 28 states and 8 union territories.
List all the union territories.
So Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Daman and Diu and Dadar and Nagar Haveli is one. Chandigarh, Delhi, so Pondicherry, Puducherry as it's now. So this is what I can recall.
That's 6.
Sir, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep.
All right. Now there is a talk of Jammu and Kashmir lost its statehood in when?
So 2019, I think.
2019. And there is a demand that its statehood should be restored.
Yes.
What is your opinion?
Sir, Supreme Court has said that the statehood should be
I
restored.
asked for your opinion.
Okay, sir. Sir, I believe statehood shall be restored if certain conditions are fulfilled. For example, the security situation is under control. And also, there are other, the civil society organizations, etc. are also taken in confidence.
So one is law and order should be under control.
Oh, yes, sir.
Is it under control?
Sir, the terror incidents, etc. have reduced, but
Reduced.
But the law and order situation is still not under control.
What's next?
So the civil society organizations and the people participation shall be taken into consideration about statehood.
So you remember the last election, assembly elections held in J&K?
Yes, sir.
What was the turnout?
Sir, I think it was about 60%.
More. So if it is more than 60%, can you say that there is a wholehearted support of the people?
Sir, election turnout alone cannot be seen as any.
All right. What else? You tell me. You are the political science student.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think the nearby security situation along the border are also to be considered. That's all I can think of right now.
Next.
Yeah. So, Ira,
Yes, sir.
I will ask from you about Miranda rights.
Yes.
Can you, I don't say recite, but can you tell me?
So Miranda rights are a provision in the US law. That's what I know, sir. And they are about protecting from self-incrimination. So they go somewhat like the one that is arrested has the right to remain silent, and because anything that he says will and can be used.
Okay, good
against
enough.
the
In Indian law, do we have any similar thing somewhere? Because we don't recite Miranda rights to the arrested person.
Yes, sir.
What is parallel in Indian law?
Sir, the Article 20 of the Indian Constitution
20?
provides. Yes.
I say, what does it say?
Sir, it says one that no person shall be double. It's the double jeopardy clause. I cannot recall it correctly.
There's
And also-
somewhere else also there must be exactly similar thing. What they recite there in Miranda rights.
So the right to remain silent.
Maybe that is there. I don't know. If you tell me. 2-3 things you mentioned.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have to find it out. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then volleyball is your interest.
Yes, sir.
Out of that, what is volley?
So I never thought of that.
Never thought. Okay. Where you stay near Sarojini Nagar, you said.
Yes, sir.
In around the same place, lots of government quarters have been demolished,
Yes, sir.
and big buildings are coming up.
Yes, sir.
Do you think in the heart of that area where residential quarters were there, it is good to replace them with the big buildings like that, where the government servants will go? What do you say?
Sir, what I know of is that the big buildings that are being built are also residential quarters that are being turned into flats, etc. So one is that the quarters, for example, the quarters where I am staying are almost 50 years old. So they need a renovation, and some of them are.
Do you see any
level.
example of the same thing what you are telling nearby?
So the
around same
Sarojini Nagar
place?
quarters. So the Sarojini Nagar quarters are being demolished and made again.
No. Where you said that lots of quarters will come up.
Yes, sir.
Around same place has something else, some quarters have already come up. Multi-stories, big multi-stories.
Yes, sir. Some quarters are almost in completion. Sir, on the same road that connects.
Okay. If you look down from the Banda Bahadur
Yes, sir.
flyover,
Yes, sir.
then you find that type of quarter which you are telling, maybe around 20-21 story high.
Yes, sir. The
And
Kidwai Nagar.
already government servants are residing there.
Yes, sir.
So you must have seen it, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Very good. And you know about the turmoil in Manipur?
Yes, sir.
What exactly is the issue?
Sir, the issue has its linkages to the historical ethnic clashes in the northeast.
Is
But
it
right
that?
now the issue, yes, sir.
It was not that bad only few years back, maybe
Yes, sir.
2-3 years back.
Yes, sir. So the triggering point became an issue around the scheduled tribe reservation and the High Court pronouncement around it that triggered.
What was the demand? What was the decision?
Sir, as far as I can recall, the Meiteis that constitute about 60% of Manipur population were not accorded the ST status, but the High Court, I believe,
Which is the other community other than Meitei?
so there are also cookies and zomis.
Cookies. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You have not opted for 𝐸𝐴𝐬𝐲, though you stay in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Why?
So because I believe Rajasthan is a bigger state and hence would be a bigger canvas to work upon.
You don't think Delhi, where you live, needs bright people like you?
Sir, while filling the choices, sir, I felt like opting for Rajasthan because of socio-cultural affiliations as well.
Tell me, should Delhi be a state or it should remain a UT like it is today?
Sir, I think Delhi being a UT has a lot of positives because it houses both the national and the state governments and also so many foreign dignitaries from across the world. So the security situation and a lot of important buildings and critical infrastructure here, I think, sir, keeping all of that in mind, it should remain a union territory.
So should we have a government? Because now the current government always complains
Yes.
that they've been elected by the people and they don't have power like states. So is that not a very difficult situation for them too? Then should we avoid having a government at all with the amendment in the constitution?
Sir, I think elected government is important so that the aspirations of people can find a say in the government. And the policies.
They say we come with the aspiration of the people, but we cannot meet their aspiration because we don't have power.
Sir, I think the LG and CM issue can be resolved with a political will. And also if there's more streamlining with respect to the multiplicity of authorities that exist in Delhi.
Okay. What do you mean by this pinnacle of Miranda House?
Yes, sir.
What's that?
So Pinnacle was the name of our department, the BA program department.
Computer program department. So you're in political science student?
Yes, sir. Political science and history.
Okay, but how is that connected with the computer department and why should you be responsible for that?
Sir, let me correct myself. I said that Pinnacle was my BA program department.
Okay, that's very good. That's very good. What all you do in that?
Sir, I was part of the sponsorship and marketing team and we used to contact to sponsors and we had different categories like star sponsors, etc. And we used to gather funds for the programs.
You have another interesting thing in your DAF, worm's eye view photography. What's that?
So worm's eye view photography is related to something when we capture the photos in terms of how a worm would see it while crawling on the ground. For
How does that
example,
help?
so how does that?
How does that help in promoting anything?
Sir, it gives an alternative view to the reality. It also exposes me to a very different kinds of shade that are visible only in the macro view. And we miss that when we are taking normal photographs.
What do you think about our democracy? Like, is it really a successful democracy? Or out of 10, how much you would be giving it?
So with respect to the question of it being a successful democracy, I think, sir, the 2024 elections and the turnout and how we are the most populous republic in the world.
No, out of 10, how
Yes.
much you would be giving?
Sir, I think I would like to give 9. Sir, I would like to give a 9.
9.
Yes, sir.
What is that one you are missing?
So more public participation is still something that we can have and more women representation as
Where
well.
do you think there is lack of public participation?
Sir, one is maybe because they are already burdened with a lot of basic amenities issues. And the second is the encouragement. This is what you can think of, sir.
You think our election system is robust?
Yes, sir.
That some of the political parties, they always say that the EVM is a government-sponsored thing and it supports only the government in power. What is your take?
So the issue has been settled numerous times, and the opposition keeps changing, but the issue, the claims remain the same. So I think, sir, as the Supreme Court has mentioned, that it's not justifiable to say that EVMs are faulty only when the party loses the election.
Okay. Just my last question, because you are a Delhi person. So for Delhi pollution control, three things if the government wants you to advise. Only three things. 1, 2, 3, just suggest.
So one is to tackle road dust, because tackling road dust. So because the IIT Kanpur report suggests that that would drop the PM issue by 50%. So second, if you're talking about the entire pollution in general, so I would also like to tackle water pollution here. So third is promotion of public transport.
Okay. Thank you. That's all from us.
Thank you.
How was your interview?
So it was.
How do you feel?
Sir, I feel a little nervous, and
Why?
I feel I was able to articulate what I wanted to
You
say.
know so much. Why should you be nervous? You are a confident student from Nirnay IAS and you are living in Delhi. There is no reason you should be lacking in confidence, though you are visibly lacking in confidence. Why should you be like that?
Sir, I'll work on it.
Practice more, I think.
Yeah, Ira, you are a good candidate, no? You are smart, articulate, but then there are gaps in knowledge and you know which sectors, so that you look at your DAF, everything about your optional and your academic interest, your family and all, and try to cover everything thoroughly.
Okay,
Because you have to go deep into it,
Okay, sir.
not superficial. And national PSIR is a huge subject. So all the national issues I should not describe, problems, and also international. So it is a big spectrum, that. And when is your interview?
So 25th February.
So still you have roughly 1
This
month.
is my first mock.
So you can make notes if you like.
So I'm trying to do that,
yeah.
but also revision.
Short
keeps
notes,
in the-
short notes for revision. All the best.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
Ira, you yourself have admitted that you had knowledge gaps,
Yes, sir.
certain issues. Now, you are very articulate. One can clearly see you have no problems in speaking, but there are certain things which you do not know. People like you start with an advantage. Advantage in that if you know something, you are able to say. We will tell you where to put a stop. I mean, it should not be unnecessarily long. Where you don't know, you have the liberty of admitting you don't know.
Yes, sir.
There's no harm in admitting. No one is supposed to know everything. And moreover, as the chairman will point out later, it's not a test of your knowledge. The test of knowledge has already been tested in the written papers. It's a test of your personality. How do you react to stress situations? See, you are being groomed, you are being selected to become say either the district magistrate or the superintendents of police, who will be called upon to take decision on the spot, life and death decisions. Their wrong decisions could mean death of many people. So I mean, you will be faced with such situations. So, so that is what is being tested. And as far as your knowledge gaps are concerned, this is something which my co-panelist has already told you, is plenty of time to overcome that. Manipur, for example, your answers were, you see, I'd like to caution you about it. never say anything which is factually incorrect.
Okay, sir.
Factually incorrect may reflect on your integrity, that you are taking the interview board for granted. Never do that. It's always better to say you don't know. While in answer to a question on the Manipur issue, you said Meiteis was 60%. He asked what is the other community? He said Kukis and Jomis. Kukis and Jomis are more or less the same. It is the Nagas which is the third community, and as large as the Kukis and Jomis. President, Vice President election. Okay, the one fact that you did not remember was that the President is only elected by elected members. Vice President by nominated members also. They also
Okay,
vote there. Miranda rights. This is something which you are from the Miranda house. So, when somebody is arrested in the US, he said you have the right to remain silent and so on and so forth. And whatever you say might be used against you as evidence. Can you do it in India?
So these are not recited, but we have the fundamental rights provision against self-incrimination.
If somebody is arrested in India and he says something,
Yes, sir.
can it be used against him or her as evidence?
No, sir.
Why?
So because the confessions in the custody are not admissible.
That is the most important point of this. This is what he wanted you to elicit out of you, which you did not. Anyway, so you know it.
Yes, sir.
So get your facts under control. You have plenty of time, and you should be able to do very well.
तो ये इरा देखो, कुछ कुछ चीज़ें होती हैं जो कि बहुत ही ऑब्वियस होती हैं, तो उसी में से मिरांडा भी है। तो मिरांडा के बारे में दो चीज़ ऑब्वियस है, एक है मिरांडा राइट क्या है और एक मिरांडा की हिस्ट्री क्या है, क्यों मिरांडा नाम रखा गया आपके कॉलेज का, ठीक है। तो उसकी दो तीन कहानियाँ हैं, वो कहानी आप जान के रखिएगा, ठीक है।
Yes.
और इरा जो शब्द है ये मैथोलॉजी में भी है, या देखिएगा हैं कहीं पर है क्या, ठीक है। और दूसरा चीज़ है कि जो जनरल हमारे पॉलिटिकल साइंस के स्टूडेंट हैं इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन के, तो हमारे देश में कहाँ कहाँ ट्रबल स्पॉट्स हैं उनके बारे में एक ब्रॉड आइडिया आपको रखना पड़ेगा। और कभी भी आप किसी भी चीज़ को यहाँ से शुरू नहीं कर सकते कि हिस्टोरिकली ये चीज़ तो ऐसे ही थी,
Okay, sir.
हाँ, ऐसा नहीं कह सकते हैं, क्योंकि हिस्टोरिकली कुछ रहा होगा जरूर और उसकी सुगबुगाहट दूसरी तरह से थी, बट द इशू एज ऑफ नाउ इट्स इंटायरली डिफरेंट, ठीक है। अच्छा, अब हम आ जाएं आपके इंटरव्यू के पॉइंट पर। ये आप भी जब उत्तर है तो उसको पहले ये देखिए कि आपको आता है कि नहीं आता है, मन में सोच लीजिए। अगर आता है तो उत्तर देने की चेष्टा करिए, अगर आपको लगता है उत्तर नहीं आता है तो एज इट हैज बीन टोल्ड इट्स बेटर टू से नो, सर आई एम अनेबल टू रिकॉल, सर आई डू नॉट रिमेंबर, समथिंग लाइक दैट, एंड बी विद इट, डोंट गो इनटू ए रॉन्ग ट्रैक। ओके, थैंक यू।
आई थिंक आपको थोड़ा अपने ऑप्शनल के ऊपर और करंट अफेयर्स के ऊपर थोड़ा प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा। आपकी पर्सनालिटी और बाकी चीज़ों में कोई कमी नहीं है, विल डेफिनेटली डू वेल, बट मेन चीज़ क्या है कि जैसे पॉलिटिकल साइंस के स्टूडेंट हम लोग होते हैं, सो से इलेक्शन ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया, इम्पीचमेंट ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया, और अभी वाइस प्रेसिडेंट की इम्पीचमेंट के लिए लोग बात कर रहे थे, इससे पहले सुप्रीम कोर्ट जज एक के इम्पीचमेंट की बात कर रहे थे। ये सारी का प्रक्रिया क्या है, ये पॉलिटिकल साइंस स्टूडेंट हम लोगों को एक्सपेक्ट किया जाएगा।
Okay, sir.
क्योंकि कुछ चीज़ें तो ऐसे होते हैं जिसमें कि हर चीज़ की जानकारी हर एक को नहीं हो सकती, बट बीइंग ए पॉलिटिकल साइंस स्टूडेंट सब बेसिक थिंग्स जो है आपसे एक्सपेक्ट की जाएंगी। सर ने जैसे बताया आपको क्या आता है, और थोड़ा ये भी बोल सकते हो कि आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिकलेक्ट और समथिंग करके नहीं आता का वहाँ पर थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा, क्योंकि सब्जेक्ट आपका वही है।
Yes.
समझ रहे हैं ना, क्योंकि अब अगर कोई डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए, कोई साइंस के बारे में पूछा जाए पॉलिटिकल साइंस स्टूडेंट को, वो बोल सकता है कि मुझे नहीं आता है। अब अगर कोई पूछता है कि प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया कौन है तो मुझे नहीं आता है, तो नहीं बोल सकते ना। हम ये बोल सकते हैं कि क्यूबा की प्रेसिडेंट कौन है तो मुझे नहीं आता है, समझ रहे ना?
Yes.
ये थोड़ा आपको इसलिए करंट अफेयर में कितना दिन है आपका?
Sir, almost a month.
वो बहुत टाइम है. आपको क्या है कि थोड़ी तैयारी करने से ना your परफॉर्मेंस की काया पलट हो जाएगी.
Okay, sir.
You get my point? You
Yes.
mark your words. You are a definitely very good candidate. थोड़ा आपको इनपुट्स लेना पड़ेगा. And for that, not only factual information, you also have to have discussion, unbiased discussions. जैसे पॉलिटिकल स्टेटमेंट पे नहीं जाना, आज ये पार्टी ने ये बोला, वो पार्टी ने वो बोला, उसमें हम लोग नहीं जाते. एक्सपर्ट की ओपिनियन को देने के बाद कोई स्टडी का, जैसे आईआईटी इस कानपुर की स्टडी का आपने बताया, अच्छा लगा. बट आप आईआईटी कानपुर की जगह अगर ये बोलते कि नहीं ये पार्टी के ये नेता ने ये कहा था, तो फिर उस पर आपका राय नहीं बनना चाहिए. सो बेस्ड ऑन फैक्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशन you got to formulate your response and speak boldly. आप डरी हुई सहमी हुई बोल रहे हो. उससे क्या होता है ना कि जैसे आप आईएएस में आईपीएस में किसी में जाओगे, वहां तो आपको हजारों लोगों को फॉर्मली बोलने की आदत डालनी पड़ेगी ना. डरी हुई सहमी हुई आपको आता है, जितना आता है ठीक से बोलो.
Okay, sir.
Don't be apologetic about it. Be confident, be bold, get extra inputs, which is very crucial आपके सब्जेक्ट में और इसमें. You'll do well.
Okay, sir.
Okay? All the best.
Thank you, sir.
और कोई सवाल अगर बोर्ड से करना हो आपका तो कर सकते हो.
Sir, I just wanted to ask how to go about with the 9 on 10 questions. I mean,
About the?
rating something, like rating India's democracy.
No, you can give your
Your choice.
opinion, your choice.
Your choice.
That is,
Point is
there is
very
no
clear. आप 4
SOP
नंबर
for
दोगे
that.
भी राइट है, 10 नंबर दोगे भी राइट है. लेकिन जब सवाल मैं करूंगा वही 4 क्यों दे रहे हो, तो आपके पास जवाब होना चाहिए.
Yeah.
दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट.
You can't keep quiet. No, you
तो
should.
मुझे अगर कोई पूछेगा तो मैं 10 नंबर दूंगा और उसका भी जवाब
It
दूंगा.
should be your opinion is what matters, no, and how you express the opinion, that is very
What is your
important.
logic?
Logic.
Logic behind giving the number. That you should be sure. अब 9 नंबर बोल दिए, 9 नंबर बोल दिए तो एक नंबर क्या है, ठीक है, आपने अच्छा जवाब दिया, कोई खराब नहीं था. बट इस तरह की ये तो एक ही सवाल है. और बाकी चीजों में भी आपको जब एक फॉर्मली जवाब देना है ना, उसके पीछे की लॉजिक आपको स्ट्रांग रखना होगा.
Sir,
बाकी 0 भी राइट है और 10 भी राइट है.
okay, sir. Sir, I have one more question. So, with respect to the EVM question, I felt like when I was saying it, I got swayed with it, but I was trying to balance it because it was also a sort of media reported kind of statement from the Supreme Court about how only when the losing side highlights the faulty EVMs. So, should I go with that or should I just change the answer?
देखिए, इलेक्शन कमीशन की जो क्लैरिफिकेशंस आते हैं,
Yes, sir.
very robust and very clear communication they do. One, it has gone to Supreme Court of India, it has been dealt there also. There are various justification given to support it. आप मीडिया रिपोर्ट जो आते हैं, जैसे अगर हम लोगों से कोई पूछेगा, those of us who have been part of the system, ये सब करते रहे, हम लोगों को पता है कि कितना रोबस्ट होता है. छोटा मोटा कहीं पर गलती हो सकती है, वो तो
Look, as a candidate, you should rely on government institutions' information on all these matters, because in social media, like regime now, there are a lot of narratives spread around. So if you go by that, you'll get utterly confused and you may be wrong also on so many occasions.
And you can formulate your logic.
INP also keeps on issuing statements. So you should see, and everything is there on the website. No?
Okay, sir.
So you go, Election Commission, so
All the
Supreme
best.
Court judgments, everything
There's
is
one
there.
more question.
Oh, please.
Sir, you asked about the voter percentage in Jammu and Kashmir, the turnout. So, sir, if I can just recollect 60%, should I go with that or should I just deny that I don't know what was the voter?
You can say more than 60, less than 60, like that, something like that.
You can always say approximately with
Approximate.
60%.
Okay, sir. That's
Because no one will exactly remember.
no one knows.
And as it is after the election, the next day there is one figure is given. Then after the postal ballots
days
are
back,
counted, the figures
days.
change. So it's a dynamic figure. So you can always safely say approximately.
okay, sir.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Try your best, you'll do well.
Thank you, sir.
थोड़ा मेहनत बढ़ाओ.
Sir, on the current affairs and GS? On the current affairs and GS? Right. Okay.
Knowledge gaps नहीं होना चाहिए.
Okay, sir.
Your subject, political science.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.